Shops abandon Australia Day. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your cup of coffee, the Stein's getting washed, and let's have a look at this article which is discussing the fact that we have now two of our shops, big grocers, abandoning Australia Day. They're turning their back on the age-old tradition of selling cheaply made Chinese crap with an Australian flag on it to people who want to celebrate Australia Day. And I mean, sure, businesses can do what they want, but you honestly would think they would happily sell this garbage to people because they want to have a party, they want to have some fun, they want to celebrate. How's it any different to any other type of hokey plastic stuff that is sold at any other day or any other event? It feels very political, honestly, and just the amount of ideological stuff that's coming out of some of these retailers, it's getting a little bit frustrating. And now, my favorite shop has done it too. So, and this is written by Chloe Whelan for news.com, the second big supermarket axes Australia Day merchandise. Aldi, my favourite shop, has made the shocking announcement about Australia's National Day, and some shoppers are not happy. I mean, let me know in the comments, guys. Would you go and buy, I don't know, Australian thongs, a funny shirt or a plastic flag to dress up your barbecue? Why not? It's a bit of decorations. What's wrong with it? Have we gotten to the point now where it's become such a political thing we can't even celebrate Australia Day? These shops don't even want to dare sell these products for Australians to buy. Are people so offended by the Australian flag? Australia's favourite supermarket, Aldi, has announced it will not sell Australia Day merchandise ahead of the public holiday later this month. While the retailer previously stocked a wide range of Australia Day themed goods, known as the Australia Day Special Buys catalogue, it confirmed on Thursday a similar event would not go ahead this year. I mean, have a look here, what they've got. They've got Aussie bathers, a singlet, AFL shorts, and flags and stubby holders and, Aussie, tablecloths that you use once and throw out. You're never going to keep this stuff. This is disposable stuff for a day out with family and friends, having a barbie and enjoying Australia. But they're not doing it anymore. This is insane. This is a license for them to print money. The people are going to get buying this stuff. It's a bit of fun. But has it become so political now in Australia? Is this where we've gotten to? Past catalogues to celebrate the day included Australian flag tablecloths, capes, beer cozies, and highly controversial controversial, a T-shirt proclaiming Australia established 1788. Well, technically, wouldn't you say when we're federated? Before then we were just colonies. So I'm sure that's why it was controversial, because of all the historically anal retentive people. Don't you think? It's just getting stupid. I mean, no matter what they do, no matter what date they change, there's still going to be political issues surrounding this. Australia Day should be a day of unity and of pride in a pretty safe country where there's still ample opportunities for lots of people. Sure, it's buying a house is a bloody pain in the arse, but there's a lot of good going on in Australia. January 26th is considered by many First Nations peoples and other Australians not to be a day of celebration, but rather one of mourning, marking the day the British permanently colonised Australia and thus invaded Indigenous land. Some shoppers were enraged by the call, saying it was un-Australian. What's uncapitalist, honestly? Aldi and Woolies are in the same boat. Aussies should shop elsewhere, one person said. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I mean, can you still, I think, have Bunnings stopped selling it? All this stuff? It's just kind of sad. I could not have, a decade ago, I could not have even imagined this occurring. Now, I'm not that surprised. Go woke, go broke, happy Australia Day, another said. A third joked, there'll be nowhere left to shop soon. Others, however, commended the supermarket for its stance. Well done to Woolies and Aldi's for listening to the people. Change the date, the problem fixed. No. You change the date, the problem isn't fixed. We've had lots of different dates for Australia Day. Change the date. Do people honestly think if the date's changed, it will make a difference? Really? Do you honestly think it'll make a difference? Sales of Australia Day merchandise have been dropping dramatically over the years, so they're smart enough not to make a loss. Shareholders will be happy, added another. Aldi doesn't have shareholders. A third wrote, it's been a while since I celebrated Australia Day. I'm a change the data. But when did it become necessary to buy crap to celebrate it? It's like any stupid party or thing. You know, the women folk get all the decorations and put balloons up and make it look awesome. Where the blokes wouldn't give a shit, you just be at the barbecue with the beers. I remember having a barbecue with friends and enjoying the day off work. I don't think we bought any of this made elsewhere junk. Yeah, who cares, mate? It's you. You change the data. You're probably not Australian then. You know? And there's like some brand new immigrant that wants to celebrate Australia and is buying this crap and putting it everywhere. I think a whole generation of they're afraid to be prideful of the nation that they're living in. They've got this guilt. They feel guilty. I can't believe regular Australians have been suckered into the hyperbole that has nothing to do with what Australia is about. Aldi's announcement comes a day after its competitor Woolworths, which is Australia's largest or biggest supermarket chain, announced it too won't sell Australia Day merch. Woolworths Group, which owns both Woolies and Big W, announced on Wednesday neither chain will stock the products this year due to declining demand and broader discussions about Jan 26. What it means to be to different parts of the community. Well, what you should do is stock Australia Day merch and then next to it, Invasion Day merch. If we really had that capitalist drive, you know, that's what you should have both of them going there and just raking the money and put them in different aisles, of course. Big W stocks Australian flags all year round, and these will continue to be available. We know many people like to use this day as a time to get together, and we offer a huge variety of products to help customers mark the day as they choose, Woolworths Group said in a statement. I mean, good old shitty. I mean, all this stuff is made in China. It's all crap. Okay, these Aussie thongs are going to last 5 minutes, but it's what you pay for. It means just one of Australia's 3 largest supermarkets will stock Australia Day merchandise this year, and even that will be a small batch. Calls confirm the goods will be available. We are stocking a small range, small, of Australian-themed summer entertainment merchandise throughout January, which is popular with our customers for sporting events such as cricket and tennis, as well as for the Australia Day weekend, a spokesperson said. People should boycott. Opposition leader Peter Dutton slammed Woolies' decision and urged the public to boycott the chain. I think it's up to customers whether they want to buy the product or not. I think people should boycott Woolworths. I think until we get some common sense out of a company like Woolworths, I don't think they should be supported by the public. The fact that this feels more like an ideologically driven decision than, declining demand. Anthony Albanese, when asked about the controversy, said his main focus was making sure the supermarkets do the right thing by the customers at the checkout. I love it how all these politicians are going on and on and on about the supermarkets, and you get every dumb idiot on Twitter going about price gouging, when no one seems to really care or complain that the biggest person with their hand in your pocket, in your wallet, is the tax man. If they want to reduce the cost of living, or the impact on the cost of living, the government should maybe look at the petrol excise. What about that tax? What we should have is everything we should buy, tax should be a separate line item on all our receipts, so people realise. What I'd say to Australians is that Australia Day is a day on which you should buy some of that wonderful Australian lamb, the Prime Minister said. Yeah, okay. Have you seen the latest lamb ad? It's quite funny. It's a day of which we can give respect to First Nations people and acknowledge that it's a difficult day for them. But I doubt it's a difficult day for all of them. But it's also a day on which we can reflect on what it means to be an Australian and how we can make the greatest country on earth even better in the future. Previously, Mr. Albanese has said he does not plan to change the date of Australia Day to move it away from January 26th. So there we go, guys. Some shops abandoning Australia Day. Let's have a chat about this. I mean, it's a free market. These businesses can choose to do what they want. Honestly, I would suggest it would be smarter to try and leverage both sides of this political hoo-ha to maximize return for your investors. But perhaps they don't want the controversy. What do you think, everyone? Have you stopped buying? You know what it is. It's because we had the whole bloody COVIDs and lockdowns. You weren't even allowed to leave your bloody house. That's why buying this crap has dropped. We're returning to normal. They're going to miss out. It's probably an opportunity for online entrepreneurs to sell this stuff. You could probably maybe just get it cheaper from Amazon or Alibaba, AliExpress. Oh well. It's kind of sad where it's all heading. That there are people out there that are ashamed to be Australian. And I want to do a video discussing the fact that our new premier here in Queensland is still pushing forward treaties. All of these state governments are pushing forwards with treaties with Indigenous Australians. And I'm trying to understand why they're doing it. And I think I have an argument as to why they're still pushing these things forward, even though so many of us, the majority, voted no for the voice. Think about it. Imagine if you were part of the organisation, the government, particularly the state government, which was responsible for a lot of the harm, suffering, and past wrongs against Indigenous Australians. That's what these people are a part of. They've worked hard to join this organisation. Okay, I would argue, what I've read, the majority of the suffering of Indigenous Aussies in previous generations and previous centuries hasn't been mainly by fellow Australians. It's been by the government. The government was the cause of it. Australians were just following orders many times. And the argument I make is maybe that's why they're pushing so hard for this. They've got a guilty conscience. They're a part of the organisation that's directly responsible for a lot of the suffering and the pain. I don't know. Oh well, there you go, guys. What do you reckon? Should these shops be selling this? I mean, it's crap. I mean, none of this stuff is good quality stuff, but it's a bit of fun. It's kind of sad, isn't it? We've gotten to that point. I wonder how many people are embarrassed to even show the Australian flag. I've got to get mine up for Australia Day. Anyway, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.